Today I'm going to do a screencast about using Google Forms and about where to find Google Forms in a private Google account. This is not an enterprise account, nor is this a Google Apps for Education account, simply a private user account that has been created. First, you need to sign in, of course, and have a Google account to access this information. Then you access the cluster here, and you'll need to click More and even more from Google. And Google products will open up, and these are all the Google products that you can actually have and use. All right, we're going to try to use Google Forms to build a free survey. Okay, you get into your build program immediately as soon as you get there. And the first things you want to look at quickly here are showing progress bars at the top of the page, only one response per person, or shuffle your question order. There are a number of reasons to use the form settings differently, depending on what your outcome will be, depending on if you're using it as a student survey, student testing device, or a random survey to get information and data for varieties of purposes. Okay, so those options are all there, and there are little buttons for explanations of them. Okay, the form itself, the untitled form itself, all right, can be completely edited, and you can notice that there's a box for everything. So we're going to call this the test form. Okay, and you can put in a description of the form. This form. Okay. And then you can go to your question title. Now you can choose whatever kind of question you want here, and you can duplicate the question quickly so that you can actually do through the different kinds. So question title. Okay. To give a little bit of brief explanation, where are you from? This is the place that you consider home. What kind of answer will you want here? Well, of course, for this one, we're going to want a text answer. Okay, this is a short text answer. There is a longer version of paragraph text, which gives you a much longer thing. Okay, and then you can always, in the advanced setting, there is a data validation, which means that you can have a certain number of length if you want to each question. Okay, the last thing you want to do as you're creating your questions is to choose whether this is a required question or not. I'm going to click required question because I want to make sure that everyone takes that. If you don't click required question, people can go through and skip questions on the form that you may have want answered. So it's up to you depending on the issues that you want there. Okay, done with that item. That has created my first question. Oh, and now I would like to create another one. So we simply add another item. Okay, this can go into for all kinds of different things. What is the answer here? I'm not even sure if that is a real math problem, but there you go. Okay, and then you can choose multiple choice, and then you will be able to go through and choose which one of your options you'll be able to go through and choose the answers that you would want. Okay, or you can click another option. Right. Again, I click required question. Right, there is my multiple choice. And so you can see that there are different types of questions that are pretty amazing and scale of ability. So like you can do math type questions, you can also do a science question, paragraph questions, whatever you want in order to try to do this. Now the key here is that you want to use this form to your advantage, right? So then we can go up here and view our live form. Right, I like to open that in another tab so that always, and this is what it will look like on the actual test and the day that they get it. And people will log their answers via this page, basically. Right, and you can edit this form as you go from there. Right, so that view live form is a very, very, very important one. Okay, you can also view responses from this page, and you can also change your theme. Changing your theme may allow you to lighten it up a bit if you're doing more of a fun form. Okay, this is what the form will now look like. Okay, and this is the test form that it will now look like. Okay, and you can back to edit your questions. All right, and I'm still editing, and I have my theme chosen. Also, if you review responses from here, okay, you can choose whether you're accepting responses or whether you've closed it down. Okay, for this one, the form has been turned off. This form no longer says, okay, try to contact the owner of the form if you think you've made a mistake. All right, so this is the total form that you will have. All right. summary of responses. This is where you get into the analytics. Okay, now there are no published data here, but what you would see here is if we had summarized all of the answers and then we've gone through and done this form, you would see a series of basically breakdowns of the information. Some pie graphs, some bar graphs, total responses, number of answers chosen. This is where you can get all of the really good information that you would need to basically show what kind of form and questions and answers that you